Welcome to Comfy Havoc number 2. This is my final video for tonight. So I want to talk to y'all about the song I just did called In My Shoes. See, this is the thing about human nature. Before we get to know people, we prejudge them. And I'm guilty of it. Excuse me. I'm not alone at being guilty of it. I'm alone at being the only one to admit that I'm guilty of it. Because see, here's that thing. When you first see somebody, you prejudge them. Whether you want to do it intentionally or not, you prejudge them. It's just like a book. You look at a book and it's got all kinds of stuff on there, and you'll think, wow, this book looks like it's gonna fucking suck. But if you pick that book up and you read it, you'll be amazed at the wonders of where your imagination can take you by reading it. Then you might pick up a book that has like the most fantastic cover ever, and you can't get past the first 3 pages because the book fucking sucks. So, if you haven't walked a mile in someone's shoes, or if you have contributed to someone having a bad life, take accountability. Remember that people don't just pick to have a bad life. Something, someone, somewhere, somehow, someway has fucked up their life. And some of us have unwillingly or purposefully contributed to those actions of that person's life being totally fucked up. And if you're not willing to take accountability for that, then you shouldn't be willing to judge a person on how they live, or how they've been forced to live but not be alive. And there's a difference between living and not being alive. Alright? Because you're alive and you're getting through the motions. But are you living? Because I totally misworded that. What I actually meant to say was, there's a difference between being alive and living. That's what I meant to say. So that little correction can't be undone. But it's what I meant to say. Because there is a big difference between being alive. We're all alive. And we're, for the most part, are grateful to be alive. But how many of us can say, we aren't just alive, we're living. We're living our best lives. I can't say that yet. I can one day. I hope that day's really soon. But the truth be told is, I'm alive. But I'm not living. I'm definitely not living my best life. But I'm wise enough to know that. I'm wise enough to want more. I'm wise enough to hunt and go for better. All I need is for certain people, i.e. family members, biologically, to get the fuck out my way. Because they're actually part of the problem versus being part of the solution. And if you're not going to be part of the solution at helping your family members get better, or have better, or achieve better, then you're a problem. And you're a problem that needs to be solved. But you have to acknowledge that you are causing family members problems, which most people will not do. That being said, that's why I wrote the song, In My Shoes. It is for my family specifically, because they haven't walked a mile in my shoes. They are the ones who cut the holes in my shoes as I'm walking. They're the ones who've had children, instead of slowing down and taking a knee and saying, maybe Echo wants to do this with his life. Maybe he wants to have children. Maybe he doesn't want to keep watching kids that he didn't have any consent to making, but he's stuck taking care of our children and our responsibilities. And no one says, we're sorry, and no one says thank you, and no one says, we're going to do better. But no one has done that. But they all have more money than me. Because the first few years of their children's lives, I lost jobs, busting my ass to take care of their kids. And no one goes, you're right, we're sorry, thank you. So I'm hoping that the In My Shoes gives you a moment of pause, gives you something to think about. Because not everybody is living their best life. Some of us are just alive and making it from day to day. And you have to remember that when you look at other people before you pass judgment, because I can only afford Pumas from Rack and Room, and you're rocking Nikes from the Nike store. Brand new Nikes, fresh out the pack. My Pumas are brand new. But I can't buy shoes until Tuesday because they have military discount. Because I can't afford more than $60 for a pair of shoes, where you're popping out $200 and $300 for a pair of shoes. my Otomics, $60 a piece to go with my cosplay. It's the only reason why I bought them, for cosplay. Period. I didn't buy them for anything else but cosplay, which is why if I'm not in costume, you won't see me wearing them unless it's a freaking emergency. And people don't understand how life works. Life does not throw everyone the golden ring. It doesn't throw everyone brass balls. It doesn't throw everyone rotten eggs. For the most part of my life, I've gotten a lot of rotten eggs. A whole lot of them. In every aspect. Family, relationships with girls, relationship with friends. I've had quite a few rotten eggs. No. But I got some golden nuggets too. No. I got some damn good friends that are family. That are golden nuggets. And I got a few family members that are golden nuggets. But I got more family members that are not versus that are. Those are the people that have contributed to my life being bad versus contributing to, let's help Elko get his acting career off the ground. Let's promote him. Let's push him forward. We got friends that he can model clothes for. No one's going to them and saying, hey, why don't you give Echo a job? Why don't you let him rock some of your shit? You're all over Facebook. Let him rock your shit on Facebook. He has his own Instagram. I do try to promote my nephew who has passed stuff, Young Savage, but I'm still having issues trying to get in touch with the father so that we can model the shit. But y'all go find youngsavage.com and see what happens. They got good shit. Go do that. If my nephew was alive right now, he'd be living his best life. Unfortunately, he lost his life in a motorcycle accident. But he also used to jump on my ass about me helping my siblings babysit their children. He got me. He understood. But my siblings don't get me. And they don't give a fuck. And that's the difference maker when you know you're helping somebody versus hurting them. See, when you give a fuck about people, you help elevate them. When you don't give a fuck about them, you keep them where you want them because it works for you. And then you look yourself in the mirror at night and go to sleep like it's nothing. Where I look myself in the mirror at night and pray to God either changes my life or end it. No. I don't want to die, I just want the pain to stop. I want to be able to have one successful day where I don't have to deal with somebody else's fucking problem because they weren't grown enough to take care of it, but they were grown enough to get it started. See what I'm saying? That being said, I'm Echo Fan Grey Wolf. Hope you guys have a good weekend. My father's birthday was a couple of hours ago, and it is now over because it is 12:44 in the a.m. Be seeing you. Happy birthday, Dad.